All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube, this is Pastor Dowell. I'm going to go ahead and speak about this subject for a second because I see that a lot of people need some help, really, truly do. Listen, if you live long enough in this world, you're going to make mistakes. Not only you're going to make mistakes, sometimes you're going to make some drastic mistakes. The idea in order to be able to have victory in this life is not to live in the past. Listen, many of us grew up in environments and grew up in neighborhoods and grew up in homes where our families was not instrumental in teaching us nothing. The mothers and fathers had nothing to pour into us, and therefore, when they don't do that, all we do is we just sit back and we live life. We make all kinds of mistakes because either you had an environment where nobody cared enough to warn you or to teach you or to sit you down and talk about it. And then you end up going through all these painful experiences on your own. And then later on, rather than being a kind, humble, just, and righteous and meek person, you end up being a very hard and bitter person because you have to end up protecting yourselves from others in your life because you realize how hard that they have been themselves. I mean, let's just look at it. The whole world's wicked. All of us have done wicked. So people ask me, say, Pastor, how do you walk around so content and so peaceful and so happy? And I say, because I am. And so, I mean, you can even go on the internet here, man. I mean, there are people that are making videos about me that has never met me, don't know me, utter remarkable and amazing. But also, double that, people on the internet, they're on the YouTube, and they're making videos about their experience with being around me, seeing with me, staying with me. So you can pick and choose what you want to believe. It makes no difference to me. I've learned in life that there's two major principles that will give you victory and cause you to be at peace. One is forget those things that are behind and press on and towards the mark, press on towards life, press on towards improving yourself. Because the truth is, no successful person has ever been successful without many failures. That's just all there is to it. And that which doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. And so life has thrown a lot of stuff at us, and I've made mistakes. Many people have made mistakes. I have sins and done sins, but I don't let those sins weigh me down. I just repent and keep going forward. That's what I do. I keep it moving because I ain't got no time to be sitting over here walling over something that was done 30 days ago, 6 months ago, a year ago, even though I don't have anything like that. But, you know, in anything in the past, I'm trying to make a point. And then here's the greatest thing right here. Do not care about what people think. I'm not saying being sensitive towards people or anything like that, but you know, everybody has people around them. You have to pick and choose who you're going to allow in your circle of influence. Everybody else outside of that don't mean anything. When I say that don't mean anything, that does not mean that I'm saying that they're worthless. What I'm saying is when you live life going around valuing the opinions of others, you'll never be able to be free to enjoy life and to pursue its happiness. You'll never be able to do it. And you know the reason why you can't do it? Because you're too busy being overly concerned about what other people think. And then actually what's happening is you're being controlled by the thoughts of people who don't matter, who don't have any influence over you, if you understand what I mean. And that stuff can't be. This is your life. You live it. You're going to end up, if you're growing in life, you're going to end up doing things. You're going to end up making changes from one decade to the next. And there are going to be a lot of people that's going to disagree with you. You cannot allow anyone to influence you in any type of way negative when you know that what you're doing is right. You can't do it. You can't let the government, you can't let family, you can't let friends, you can't let colleagues or acquaintances, constituents. You can't let anybody have any type of sway or negativity over you when you know that you're doing right. So those are two things that if you get those things down right there, you'll be pretty successful in life, and you'll have a life of joy and happiness. And another thing is to keep yourself away from environments that you know bad things could possibly happen. And don't do things that you know you're going to regret later. I mean, it takes some self-control, but you can do it. You can literally do it. Listen, there is not one person on this earth that can point a finger at someone and say, you know, that person is so damn wicked. You see what I'm saying? Because if you put all of our past on display, boy, I'm telling you, I guarantee you there's a lot of things that we've done that many of us are ashamed of. And so the ideal is, if you're going to be a true man and woman of character, you want to try to lift people up and help pull them out of the ditch of depression, out of the ditch of heaviness and loneliness. And you want to do whatever you can to make sure that people, when they're around you, it's like walking around a well-watered garden. I mean, really. And that's happiness right there in life, pursuit of it. Of course, you know, I'm always going to say, develop a close relationship with the Most High and obey that book, and you will really fare well, especially when you get filled with the Spirit. So, hey, y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope I was able to help you.